Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Essential Oils 102 class. We are going to talk about thieves tonight. So all things that are thieves. And I have a screen presentation to share with you tonight. And if we happen to be live streaming, that's great. If not, I will have a recording of this presentation available. So yes, welcome to Essential Oils 102, kind of beyond the basics. And we are going to talk about Thieves tonight. Now, Thieves is a proprietary blend from Young Living, and it is actually an essential oil blend that is made up of clove, eucalyptus, cinnamon, lemon, and rosemary. And we're going to learn all about the magic of this oil tonight. Plus, we have an entire line of not only personal care products, but also skin and home products that have the Thieves Oil blend in it. So we will get started here, and allow me to introduce myself. My name is Beth Mincher. I'm a holistic health coach, and I've been using Young Living for over 5 years. And so welcome to our Thieves class. Tonight we're going to talk so much in depth about Thieves, not only the oil, but the entire line of products. And it's going to give you a completely different perspective about how you clean your home and really why it is so critical to kick the poisons and the toxins and the chemicals to the curb. So we are centering this class tonight around the entire Young Living Thieves line. So let's take a quick moment and watch a video about what Thieves is all about. And I'm going to, if you are watching the video, I'm going to share my screen here, and then you will see me up in the corner. Hopefully technology will be on our side here. So hopefully you guys can see all of that, and you can see me up in the corner still. So again, welcome to Thieves class, all about Young Living Thieves products. So let's take a little look into the Murray family from Indiana.
I'm a mom of 4 boys who happen to have the same birthday. Quadruplets, they're 9 years old, and my husband and I have been married for 12 years and live here in Brownsburg, Indiana. So having 4 boys, cleaning up is just a constant. You always have something to pick up to clean out, some sort of disaster that needs your attention. Before Thieves, all the cleaning was on me. When we switched over to Thieves, that was like one of my favorite things because I was like, oh my goodness, my boys can clean the toilets. This is awesome. Like, they can start cleaning up their own messes. They've been using it ever since we made the switch. They kind of have their own chores and routines and do their own bathrooms and help with laundry. And doing dishes is a breeze now that everybody pitches in. Thieves is really gentle. I don't have to worry about it bothering my skin or wearing gloves or something to protect my skin. It's not a harsh smell or aroma to it. So we're having another boy to add to our family. I feel really good about bringing a newborn into a home that has safe products and has things that they can be around right away. I don't think we could live without Thieves.
So that was the Murray family from Indiana, and it is so great to just see how families are using the Thieves products. And a little bit of my own personal background here. I chose to get started with all natural cleaning products because, just for me personally, when I grew up, I had really bad eczema and skin irritants and allergies and food intolerances. And so a lot of that was related to, I remember if my mom asked me to wash the dishes, I always broke out in a rash. So a lot of things that we were using. So you really have to be aware of your detergents and your soaps and everything like that. So for me, it took me a while in my life to get on this program, but I realized that good health is more than just exercising and what we're feeding ourselves, but it's truly our environment. And so it's what we put in our body, but such a bigger story. And I don't have any children, but I do have one dog, and I attribute her good health and her longevity to the fact that we do use these plant-based products in our home. And so she is not walking around on a floor that's cleaned with chemicals, or, you know, spraying down surfaces in the house. So I really think that it benefits her as well. So let's take a little bit more, in-depth snapshots about what's going on in society today. So we are in a chemically laden society. So according to cancer.org, 609,000 Americans will die of cancer this year, or 1,670 deaths in a day. So 1 in 3 men, 1 in 5 women will have cancer by the age of 60. Cancer is the second most common cause of death, exceeded only by heart disease. And the American Cancer Society says that only 5% of these cases come from gene defects. So what does that mean? It means that we're exposed to a lot of stuff. It means that 90 to 95% of these things in our life are under our control. It means that a lot of things that we are facing today, like chronic disease and things of that nature, are simply caused by, you know, our environment, poor food choices, excess weight, tobacco, exposure to toxic chemicals. So basically, a lot of this is what we are allowing into our homes. Now, the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health studied over 2,500 ingredients in our products at home, and they found that 884 are toxic ingredients. Okay, that is an astounding number, right? So that's almost 1/3 of all the ingredients in products are actually toxic to us. 314 of these ingredients cause biological mutations, 218 cause reproductive problems, and 146 that they knew of helped to contribute to cancerous tumors. But for some reason, they are allowed in the US, even though they're banned in other countries around the world. So that is just crazy, you guys. It is our job to become the gatekeepers of our house. And if this is overwhelming or kind of, you know, intimidating, I know it was to me when I first started educating myself on it, but we have to make changes in our home, and we can start slowly with that, but we need to look at the biggest offenders. So we can start with things like our laundry soap, our dish soap, our cleaning supplies, and especially things like candles and plugins. I'm really, really sorry if you're a candles fan. It doesn't mean that that is like the worst thing in the world, but definitely the fragrances and the airborne sprays that you're using, plugins, Febreze, things like that. Toss those things right now. I challenge you after this class to go throughout your home and look at what might be a culprit. Candles are filled with dangerous petrochemicals. So Dr. Andrew Sled, who specializes in environmental toxicology, says burning a candle in your home for just 2 hours is the same as smoking a whole pack of cigarettes. Is that not crazy? Now, 40% of candles are made with wicks containing lead, so that's bad. That's not safe to breathe in. Now, there are some candles now that we're becoming more aware of this. There's obviously companies out there that are trying to, you know, in efforts, produce safer candles, soy-based candles, things without, wicks that don't burn with lead. But the problem is that candles are still fake synthetic fragrance. So when you hear people say, oh, I can't do smells, I'm not a big fragrance person. Of course, I'm not either. But pure essential oils are completely different. So making the swap from candles to a diffuser with, let's say, lemon oil, you're actually getting a pure aroma into your environment, into your body, and you're also using the therapeutic benefits of the essential oil itself. Take lemon, for example, or our Thieves. That's actually putting essential oil molecules into your atmosphere. So not only are you getting an aroma, but you're also supporting your immune system instead of harming it. Okay, so let's look at some of the products in their carcinogen ratings, because no one else is going to investigate this information except for you. So this is where you can't rely on outside sources. You have to do the research yourself. So we have constant exposure. 26 seconds after exposure to chemicals, it can be found measurable amounts in the human body. So let's think about this for a moment. The average woman applies over 300 chemicals a day to her body. They say even 80 before breakfast. And the top 10 most dangerous chemicals in your home are things like air fresheners, which we just talked about, plug-ins or candles, chemical cleaning supplies for your countertops, floors, toilets, drain and oven cleaners, furniture polish, dishwasher soap, and dish soap. They are culprits, okay? And I know just recently, as of this year, we all become a little bit more aware of the need to disinfect surfaces and really make sure that we're killing germs. So we're fighting all of things from the outside world as well. And we have a certain fear-based amount of information being thrown at us. But what do you think the number one poison is in your home? So what do you think that is? You might think that it is your sprays that you're using in the kitchen or something that you're cleaning with. It's actually everything that you're washing your clothes with. So laundry soap, fabric softener, dryer sheets. You are being poisoned in 3 ways with this. So as you're washing your clothes and you're thinking you're cleaning things and you're getting rid of stains, it's actually filling your home and your body with chemicals because you're wearing your clothes all day long. And the fact of the matter is that all these chemicals actually don't get washed out of your clothes. So you're exposed on your skin, and the skin is your largest organ. So the clothes are basically just radiating these chemical properties all night long. They're in your closet, you're sleeping on your sheets, and you're breathing these chemicals in. So if you do nothing else but make that one swap that you can and start slowly transitioning yourself to a cleaner, more safe product, that is a huge step for you. Now, I know there's a certain attachment to laundry soaps. It's actually kind of goes as far back as, we have those memories from having our laundry done by our mom or our grandma, and we certainly get attached to certain products. And for some reason, laundry has that particular thing where we're like, but I always, associate clean clothes and that good, fresh smelling laundry with a certain scent. But the fact of the matter is, you don't have to have scented laundry to mean that your clothes, towels, and sheets are clean. So what I have used in my household for the past several years is the Thieves laundry soap. And so we're going to talk about all this stuff in this class. The products that Young Living makes are super concentrated. So a little goes a long way. You can actually dilute all of these things as well. So we're going to talk about all of these products. Other dangers in your home can be things like your hair products, shampoo, deodorant. Deodorant is a huge culprit. Deodorant with aluminum is one of the leading causes of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. And my mother passed from complications of Parkinson's disease, and I've always wondered, what if? I mean, we can't dwell on things like that, but I know that we've been exposed to a lot of toxic ingredients over our life, and we simply weren't made aware of the harms and dangers. And the reason why this is so difficult is because these things creep up on us at a very slow rate, okay? So it's not like we are eating a particular food and we have an allergic reaction and boom, all of a sudden we recognize the culprit. But the information about most dangerous chemicals in the home comes from a particular study called the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's top 10 killer household chemicals, okay? So why is this important? What happens when your body is chemically overloaded? Well, most of us might feel a little bit of lethargy, some brain fog, inability to focus, maybe sleep trouble, like maybe even chronic inflammation or some unexplained pain. But there are further things beyond that, things like fibromyalgia and skin issues and adult acne and hormone imbalance, hot flashes, stress, anxiety, fear. If you face any of these issues, it may be time to take a serious look at what chemicals you're being exposed to. Again, a lot of times we just think that this stuff is par for the course. It's just ourselves getting older, and it's just, oh, well, I guess it's, I can't pinpoint it, or it might be something else. But the fact of the matter is that you can control what you allow within the 4 walls of your home. You can cross some things off the list and go as close to chemical free as you can. So my particular journey started as a health coach, like making changes with my food intake and the quality of food. And then I was introduced to essential oils. And then back in 2015, I finally found Young Living and found that the quality of these oils are above and beyond the best in the industry. So am I telling you that these are magic and that they will completely change your health? No, but I urge you to do your research, and I'm telling you that if one of your health triggers can be traced to chemical exposure, it's probably something you're lathering on your skin or breathing in or consuming. So it's time to take a step in the right direction and start getting those products out of your house. So my favorite place to start in talking with that is just explaining why I chose Young Living, because we do have a quality promise called the Seed to Seal guarantee. So let's talk about this. The Seed to Seal is a guarantee that our products are top notch and the highest quality on the market. It's kind of a standard of purity. There are no regulations in the essential oils industry. So what we're kind of faced with is it's difficult for consumers to trust information. But what the Seed to Seal guarantee explains is that we have control over the entire process of our essential oils production and all of the products that we make. We literally know where all of our seeds come from, how we cultivate the plant, how we harvest it, how we distill it, and that goes into all of the products that we make. So that means you can trust our name. We know the growers, we know the farmers, because it's all in-house. And that means no chemical overload. So Young Living is based out of Utah. The one thing that sets Young Living apart from all other companies in the world is the Seed to Seal promise. We do not strip constituents out of the plants to make our oils smell better. A lot of times when you smell the pure essence of a plant, you might be a little bit alarmed because it might smell different than what you're used to. This is not a Bath and Body Works fragrance. This is not a sweet fragrance. And we do not mix species of the same oil. So plants come in several different species. A lot of there are 16 different types of the rosemary plant. So they might smell different. Also, we do not spray any type of weed killers or pesticides or herbicides or genetically modified seeds. Okay, so we have, again, the Seed to Seal guarantee. We spend $12,000 per acre to hand weed our lavender instead of the industry standard of only $60 per acre for the same plant. We're not willing to cut corners. Does that mean all of the products are more expensive? No, not really. You're getting what you pay for, but we just put our money into particular areas where we feel that sets us apart and sets the quality apart. Okay, why do other companies only spend $60 per acre? Well, quite frankly, because spraying pesticides is much cheaper than hand weeding. And they might say that they're using an organic pesticide or something like that, but the fact of the matter is that that changes the plant chemistry. Thus, when you distill an essential oil from the plant, it's going to have different properties and effects. So we do not distill with any type of solvents like hexane. Hexane is a gas. A lot of different companies will actually distill with solvents. And again, that not only denatures the quality of the essential oil, but it exposes you to something else. So that's a little bit about Seed to Seal explained. We have farms all over the world, again, ones that we own and partner with, followed by our standards. And our soil is very, very highly researched. We do not take over any land or property or farms without doing a lot of research about the soil. Our soil is not tainted with mercury or arsenic or glyphosate or any poison. Our fields are completely untouched by toxic chemicals. Another thing that sets the Seed to Seal difference apart is that we harvest at a very particular time of the day, because our research team has found that the ideal time of the day for picking a plant makes a difference in the oil production. So we know that the peak is an extensive liberty and provides like this completely different profile for the oils. Okay, so this is compiled from nearly 30 years of research on farms on every different continent. Our founder, Gary Young, actually grew helichrysum oil at St. Marie's in Idaho, and then in the Mediterranean country of Croatia. And he tested that plant and produced all of this research. So we don't actually always grow where the plant grows natively. We grow where the plant grows best and produces the most effective oil for our bodies. All right, and you can also visit any of our farms. Let me tell you, I've been to several of them and they are amazing. Okay, we get our oils tested by third parties as well, and we have some of the most accredited and respected independent labs in the industry. So that tells you a little bit about the company. We are also the world leader in essential oils because we've been around for over 26 years. So that's really unique for a global essential oils company. And I urge you to kind of take in some good information and take a look at this 1-minute video and see what it means to be on the property at our farms. Okay, everybody, so you know that Young Living is super unique. Let's do a brief recap. If you are new to oils, let's do a recap of what are essential oils really. So basically they are the most powerful part of the plant. They repair and restore the plant when it's attacked or injured. And we can use the essential oils in our home to replace harsh chemicals. And we can use the essential oil in the same fashion that the plant uses the oils as well. So why do you want oils in your house? So you could use oils in your house to replace over-the-counter medicines. You can use them to replace chemicals, but they're very, very unique, and there's a wide variety of uses, okay? But it all matters, again, where the oils are sourced. And there are 4 basically different kinds or types of oils. There is grade A, which is authentic or therapeutic. There is grade B, which can be manipulated or used and produced by solvents. There's grade C oils, which are perfume grade, and then there's grade D, which actually do not come from plants at all, but they're actually synthetic oils made in the lab. So it's important that you only use grade A oil because of the concentration in the bottle. It's like eating an entire apple sprayed with pesticides instead of one good apple, okay? It makes no sense to go the extra mile to get away from toxic chemicals and then use an inferior quality of oil that has toxic chemicals in it. Okay, so let's take a look at this video.
Most of what is grown today is treated with pesticides. That's not so healthy for the environment, but does it really affect us? Meet the Palmbok family. They don't eat organic food.
Det kostar mer än vanlig mat. Det blir en stor skillnad när man är många i en familj.
But for the next 2 weeks, the Palmboks are going to eat only organic. Before they begin, urine samples are taken from each of the family members. And it turns out they have a number of different pesticides inside their bodies.
Vi hittade framförallt insektsmedel, svampmedel och stråförkortningsmedel.
Vi äter insektsmedel.
Ja, äckligt.
Ja.
So, everything in the kitchen is replaced, and they begin eating only organic. Then, another round of samples are taken, and now, almost all the pesticides have disappeared.
So you guys, that's such an amazing representation of what we're not really even aware of. I mean, we're all aware that we have some amount of toxicity in our bodies, but just making simple changes. And a lot of people say, oh, I can't eat organic, or I don't want to put the extra money into certain products because it simply costs a lot more. But in reality, What is it worth to you? What is it worth to your health? When you make switches in your home to higher quality products, whether we're talking food or skincare or household cleaning, it really does make a difference. So you need to put your money into something that is worth it, or you'll wind up paying for higher costs of healthcare. Just think about it for a moment about all the sanitizers lately that have been recalled. There's so many synthetics in products that have come out this year, or actually not just come out this year, but have been around for a while. And they can cause serious health conditions. They can actually cause chemical skin burns. So when you say, oh, I don't know if I can afford the cost of Young Living's hand sanitizer, how can you not, right? If you expose your body to a sanitizer that is on the recall list or has some harsh chemicals in it, and you end up just getting covered with chemical burns or, any type of products, is that really worth it? Your medical bills and expenses are going to be way more than that cost of something like a good product, like Young Living Thieves hand sanitizer. Okay, so if you save 30 cents when you buy organic grapes at the store, or if you buy cheap grapes at the store versus organic, what is that worth to you, right? So now that you understand the purity, let's talk about Thieves. Okay, so what is Thieves Oil? Like I said, it is a blend of 5 oils: rosemary, cinnamon, lemon, eucalyptus. And it is a spicy, hot, uplifting, energizing blend of oils. And it's kind of what made Young Living famous. Okay, it's kind of what put us on the map in the early 1990s. So Thieves Oil is in the Thieves Household Cleaner. So to kick off this section of the class, we're going to look at a 1-minute powerful video of what Thieves Cleaner can do. All right, so let's look at how you can use this in your house. This is just one example. Does anybody have any pans that look like this at home? Okay, of course we do. We have all kinds of stuff that we need to clean in our
we're just going to scrub it and show you that it's not going anywhere. Like, this has been through multiple. It's one of those things where you scrub as hard as you can, it's not going anywhere, right? So we grabbed some baking soda. It's pure baking soda and Thieves. And we're not going to use all of this Thieves, but we'll pour a little bit of each in. And yep, just like a little sprinkle. We'll put a little bit of Thieves cleaner in there. See if we can make some headway on this pan that's been through the dishwasher so many times. So if it's something that I just cooked, I put a couple of drops of lemon, and lemon just makes that pan amazing. If it's something that has been there for a while, you can't get it up, this is my go-to. Rachel put even more, and she wants a nice, good paste. Yep. Now we're going to take it over to the sink. Let's do a good rinse on it. Dun-dun-dun, following the pan. And let's see, after multiple dishwasher loads and soap and all the other good things, what this really nasty, non-scrubbable pan looks like. I'll show you in 5, 4, 3, 2, bam! Thieves Cleaner to the rescue.
So you guys can see how useful Thieves Cleaner is. And then we have a lot of different testimonies, but this is just really an all-around great basic cleaner that you can use. I use it to clean everything from bathrooms to kitchens. I've cleaned my truck tires with it, gotten grease off of the truck tires as well. So Thieves is super versatile, and like we found out in the first video, it's really safe for you to touch. You don't need to have gloves on like other harsh chemicals. So you can completely use this and not have any worry about any skin type of reactions and things like that. So here's a situation where we've had cleaned the sink with Thieves Cleaner as well. So you can see how well it works on hard water stains. The first photo shows hard water stains here also in a sink, and then how we've cleaned that. You can see all of these different experiences that people have had cleaning their tubs, cleaning grout, cleaning, stuck on coffee grounds in the bottom of a stainless steel pan. So this, you guys, is a whole entirely new way to clean your home. So we actually have a Thieves starter kit. We'll talk more about that if you need to find out how you get Thieves into your home. But we have so many different Thieves products, okay? So, and we have all kinds of different ways to purchase this. We also have a Thieves Essential Rewards bundle where you get even a further discounted price of Thieves in addition to your 24% off wholesale discount. Okay, so here's some ideas. That's our little slide of essential rewards where you're actually earning money back when you order monthly. So what type of things is Thieves Cleaner used for? Well, here's 12 ideas that you can use your cleaner for. You can put Thieves Cleaner undiluted into a roll-on and use that as a stain stick to get stains out of your clothing. Again, no chemicals. You can pour Thieves Cleaner spots on our Thieves Cleaner into your carpeting undiluted to get rid of stains. Just used that about an hour ago on my carpet. Dog got sick. I took a capful of Thieves Cleaner. I put it right over the carpet and I scrubbed. Again, no chemicals, no harm. Got the stain out of the carpet. Smells fresh. So there's a real life example right there. You can pour a capful of Thieves Cleaner and let it sit in pots and pans with burnt food stuck to the bottom of them, and it helps, like we saw in that video. Add some baking soda in there, scrub it off. You could put a cap it full in a spray bottle and use it as a surface cleaner for kitchen, bathroom, stovetop, or bathtub. You can put a cap full of cleaner into hot water and mop your floors with it. So you can make a soft scrub paste. You can actually put Thieves household cleaner into your washing machine and use that as either a laundry soap additive or as your actual detergent. So there are so many things you can do with the bottle of Thieves household cleaner, okay? Thieves is also some of the best glass cleaner. So we have all kinds of stuff available. We have all kinds of recipes to share with you. And then of course, backing up, we do have just the plain Thieves Essential Oil Blend. Okay, so how do we use Thieves Essential Oil Blend? Well, this oil is primarily known for immune support. So if you start to feel run down, you can take a couple drops of the Thieves Essential Oil, put it on the bottom of your feet. Okay, that's a good place to apply any type of essential oil because it is absorbed into your system. You can take the Thieves oil internally if you choose. So one of my favorite recipes is putting 10 drops of Thieves, about 5 or 8 drops of oregano and 2 drops of frankincense into an empty capsule, and I make my own wellness balm. Okay, that is great for when you're feeling run down or if you need a little bit of sinus or immune support. You can put a drop of Thieves on your toothbrush. It's excellent for gum and oral health, and it is a really wonderful oil to diffuse because it has cinnamon and clove in it, so it smells really great. Okay, so it's time for a little history on that. Why do we call it Thieves, right? So as we stated, it combines clove, eucalyptus, rosemary, lemon, and cinnamon, and it's based on the legend of 4 thieves in Marseille, France, dating back from the time of the outbreak of the bubonic plague. So century after century, from the 1300s to the 1700s, these outbreaks claimed up to half the population of Europe, okay? There was a nasty outbreak between 1593 and 1608. Does that sound like maybe history is repeating itself? Maybe, right? So take note on this superpower oil called Thieves. But about that time, this aromatic legend developed around this brew called Marseille vinegar, okay, or the 4 Thieves vinegar. So that's what it was called back then. So as history has it, the group allegedly they confessed that they used this blend with protection against the plague while they robbed the bodies of the dead. So there are a variety of recipes out there, but they included rosemary tops, dried sage flowers, fresh rue, camphor, garlic cloves, and vinegar, which were set aside to steep for up to 7 days. So the vinegar was noted in a number of famous medical books published later on, including the pharmacological book from 1825. So this is actually a page from that original book over 200 years ago. So as the legend goes, the thieves covered themselves in these herbs and essential oil mixtures before robbing the bodies of the dead, and they were a mix of spice, perfumes, and embalmers that carried this recipe through the family for generations. Okay, the magistrates caught up with them and were going to behead them, but offered amnesty if they explained how they produced and used their thief mix. So fast forward to Gary Young. He is the founder of Young Living and the most responsible person for this story reaching the legendary status that it has today. He created the Thieves Blend in 1994 for immune support as a result of his study at Warwick University in London. So Gary said, and he quotes, "I must tell you, I have read 17 different versions of the thieves story, and some claim there were 4 thieves, and some claim there were as many as 40. Most of the legends took place in the 15th century, but some put the date all the way into the 18th century. So the formulas varied from one story to the next, but through his research, he was led to 4 key botanicals that were mentioned again and again, and that was clove, cinnamon, rosemary, and lemon. 4 of the same ingredients that make up our Thieves Essential Oil Blend today." Okay, so that's a little bit of thieves and science. Okay, now the latest from the CDC about ways to mitigate the spread of pathogens directly from Young Living's Chief Science Officer, Dr. Michael Buch. Okay, so we have questions about our hand sanitizer, why it's different, how it works, but we use denatured alcohol in our sanitizer, and not all alcohol is made the same way. So ours is denatured using peppermint oil, which makes all the difference. So you get the power of the alcohol with the ingredients that you want to have without all of the bad benefits of regular alcohol. So let's take a look at what Dr. Mike has to say.
Hi, everyone. It seems like lately everyone is worried about transmission of diseases. And I just was looking at the CDC, or the Center for Disease Control's website, and they have some really good recommendations on how you can mitigate transmitting diseases. One of the main things they recommend is hand washing, believe it or not. They recommend using a good soap. I just happen to have one here. And it's interesting to note that most people actually wash their hands the wrong way. We tend to do this underwater, and that's actually wrong, because what we're doing is washing the back surfaces of our hands, when the important part of our hands to clean are the surfaces that touch things. So it's the fingertips and the thumb. So we should really be doing this underwater. And the CDC says to use a good soap under running water for at least 20 seconds. And really scrub your fingertips, and then scrub under your nails, and then rinse thoroughly. Because that's how we transmit disease. We tend to touch things and then touch our faces. And particularly touching your eyes is a great way to get an infection quickly. So they recommend hand soap and washing thoroughly. If you're not at a place where you can access soap and water, they also recommend using hand sanitizers with alcohol levels higher than 60%, like our Thieves hand sanitizer. And again, they recommend using plenty of hand sanitizer to thoroughly wet your hands, and then rubbing your hands, and especially your fingertips and thumbs, together until they're dry, to let that alcohol have a good effect. And finally, they also have some really good information about sanitizing the surfaces around you. And they recommend using sanitizers with at least 70% ethanol, like our Thieves spray. And they recommend spraying surfaces liberally and then wiping them thoroughly. So I hope you will all practice these tips, and we can really avoid transmission of pathogens.
So as you can see, these products really do work. Because we are a natural product company, however, we are not allowed to make claims on our bottles. So if you were to compare a bottle of Lysol to a bottle of Thieves, the Lysol would say kills 99.9% of germs. Well, the natural product industry doesn't have that leeway to kind of present that type of information. So again, this is why we are having classes like this, so that you can see that these products actually really do work. And the power of essential oils is huge. They are antiviral, they're antibacterial, and they really do work. So You may ask yourself, can it be really strong enough to use as a surface cleaner? So let's put that to the test. We've done swab tests. We've done little petri dishes, bacteria, but people really want to know, is it clean or is it powerful enough to wipe off surfaces in your kitchen? Basically areas that you would be preparing food, prep areas. So let's take a closer look as Rachel Cipriano shows us how she uses Thieves in her kitchen. She made up a spray bottle of Thieves cleaner at a ratio of 1 cap of the cleaner to a spray bottle of water, 16 ounces, and then rubbed raw chicken on her counter to see if Thieves could get it clean. Let's take a look.
Put this nasty chicken on my counter. Get it really good and slimy. And then I'm going to do the first test just to see that it's dirty. So I have to swab the surface, and then when I put it into the little solution, it will turn a color. Green means clean, and then the darker purple it gets, the dirtier it is. So I snap it into the solution, and then, oh, it didn't go on. There we go. And then you shake it for 5 seconds. And you can see it's a dark purple. So it's contaminated. It's not a clean surface. There is really chicken juice all over. I'm gonna give that a quick wipe. Get some of the chicken juice up. And spray it down with our Thieves. Let's sit for just a second. So this is what we use everywhere in our house. In the kitchen, in the bathroom, it's all we use for everything. And I've always trusted that it worked, but I know a lot of people kind of wanted proof. It's kind of hard to believe that cleaning with plants is just as effective as the chemical cleaners that you find in the grocery store. Okay, so we've wiped it down with Thieves cleaner. Now I have the second test swab. Oh wait, you're supposed to put water on it. It's not supposed to be dry. So because that's a dry surface now, I'm just wetting it with water. And now I can swab it. Okay. And again, just snapping it into the solution. And a quick shake. And you can see it's green. So the green means clean, and you can see that was the purple when it was contaminated, and then the green after the Thieves.
So, oh my gosh, you guys, what do you think about that? That is crazy. And I know a lot of times we just need to see that proof with our own eyes. Like Rachel said, how is it even possible that cleaning with plants can actually disinfect the surface? Well, you saw it there. And the ingredients in Thieves household cleaner are completely safe. So there's a list of the ingredients. Water, of course, all good. The I'm not going to be able to pronounce some of these names here, but the alkyl polyglucoside, it's actually plant derived from sugar. Okay, so we researched all of these things that are plant-based and plant derived. Okay, so we have ingredients that are derived from sugar, from coconut oil. We of course need a surfactant and a foaming agent. We also like to see that when things give suds, they're clean, right? And then we have our essential oils in there. And we just learned by the Thieves, the Legend of the Thieves lesson, that those essential oils are really what's key. Okay, so the ingredients in the Thieves household cleaner are very safe. All right, and your next question is probably going to be, well, it's probably really expensive. Actually, when you compare the cost per quart and the cost per ounce, you'll see that Thieves household cleaner is very effective and cost effective. So we have a 14.4 ounce size bottle, and that bottle of Thieves cleaner is about $23. However, you are going to be able to make upwards of 30 bottles of cleaner with that one bottle of concentrate. Again, Young Living products are very concentrated for a reason, and we don't need much. So you can see how some of the other leading brands of clean and green products come in around 27 cents per ounce, where your Thieves cleaner is more like 5 6, not even more than 10 cents per ounce. So that is some crazy good news, you guys. There is an entire line of Thieves products. We make it very easy to have a natural home and maintain a natural home. So we have everything from a dishwasher powder to dish soap. We have a Thieves laundry soap. We have Thieves toothpaste. And just if you want to make your own things or do it yourself recipes, you're more than welcome to do that as well. But our made line of these products make it very simple for you. And again, like I said, we share recipes on how to extend the use of these products for yourself, and just make it very, very affordable. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen here for one moment. Oh, there's actually a great picture right now. It's October, right? We're getting our pumpkins out, and check out the uses for Thieves for spraying and preserving your pumpkin, right? Isn't that cool? So you can make a Thieves cleaner mixture or just a Thieves essential oil and distilled water mixture and spray your pumpkins. So I use the Thieves mixture all the time to spray outdoor plants. So that is amazing stuff right there about the Thieves products, you guys. And Darlene says the Thieves laundry soap is my favorite. Yes, mine too. I love it. I've never had a particular attachment to any types of laundry soaps, although I will say my mother used the All brand, which was free and clear of perfumes and dyes. So we did take our laundry detergent one step further even when I was growing up, because like I mentioned, I was very, very sensitive to the fragrance laundry products. But the more you do your research and the more you're out there and kind of like learning how to read the ingredient labels and everything, the more you'll find is that, wow, we create up to 7,000 new chemicals per year, and they are just not safe for us. So I really urge you to take a look underneath your counters, go into your kitchen sink when we get off the video, and just see what products you have underneath there. You're probably going to be astounded that you have a lot. When I started to transition my home, I was like, oh my gosh, I have way too many products under there to begin with, but I didn't need them all. So I started reading labels, and I started just getting things out left and right, and boy, does it really make a difference. So I strongly urge you to put this at the top of your priority list and start looking at everything that you use in your household. It does make a difference, and again, you can have such a higher level of health and happiness in your home, and it just starts by learning how to read labels and look at these types of ingredients. What I will do is post a list of the top 23 chemicals to avoid. So I'll make note of who's on the call tonight, and when we repost the video recording, we'll also give you some cheat sheets to take a look at what the primary culprits are that you want to start when you do this detective work in your home. So I appreciate you guys joining in today. If you need any more information about the oils or about Thieves products or anything, please reach out to the person that invited you to watch this video. As I mentioned, we do have Thieves bundle packages. So if you are already a Young Living member, you can save even more on the Thieves Essential Rewards bundle. Or if you're not yet a Young Living member, you can join Young Living and get your wholesale membership and an entire Thieves starter package for only $125. And that is a great start. It will give you cleaners and soaps and a bottle of the Thieves oil. And we would love to help educate you further on how to use these wonderful products. So again, thanks for joining us tonight, you guys, and have a wonderfully happy and safe evening and a great holiday season. Take care.